Greetings, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So, for some of my Leos, there is something here where you're with a soulmate. They are a dear soulmate, but you are supposed to separate from them for a period of time, and you guys are supposed to get back together. For others of my Leos, you have been separated from someone for a while who was a strong soulmate connection to you in your younger years. So this could be college, it could also be elementary school, middle school, high school. It could be, any time previous, of longer than 10 years ago. And you and that person could have even gone in different marriages or just long-term relationships. You've experienced a lot. Life has given you many leg ups. It's taught you many things. You now have an understanding of a higher power, whether it's, organized religion or just believing that there's something organized larger than humanity. Whatever it is, you have a connection to a higher power now. And perhaps your view has largely changed from when you were interacting with that person to how it is now. And likewise, they have also changed. And now you guys are meant to come back together because there's an unfinished symphony. I was also hearing the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da of Simba galloping across the desert, making it home to Pride Rock. So some of my Leos, there could be something about going across a desert. You feel like it's been a desert. Could be a desert downstairs because you ain't been in service for a long time. There's something like that for some of my Leos. For some of my Leos, you need to ask yourself, is the person that I'm with, do they celebrate me and my biggest, most ostentatious roar? Like my most obnoxious Leo, see, opera moment? Do they genuinely love me? Or is there even a hint of annoyance, disgust, contracting, or turn off? Is there even a hint of that? Because if it is, then cut them out, Leo. Okay? And if you feel that way towards your partner, then you need to grow a pair and cut them out so they can be with someone who's going to love their most ostentatious version of them. Because that's the thing with you, Leo. It's like you are to go to this next rung, which God is trying to get you to. There's a cycle that's like a never-ending story. And he, you could have a child or a pet or some great responsibility. Maybe it's caretaking a parent or a friend or something, but there is some responsibility over another being's life in the last 5 years that has really changed your heart and has really who you were before this life was bestowed upon you to care for and who you are after is just night and day. It's not even the same. And Spirit did that specifically to prime you for a new business endeavor. Now, for a lot of my Leos, you are meant to be in a power couple. You and your person that you're meant to be in a relationship with long term are supposed to have a business together. And it's almost like maybe you've tried that with others or you're trying that with your current partner. But again, if you're one of the ones where there's a hint of that contracting or disdain or being grossed out about your partner's most full obnoxious expression, if that doesn't turn you on so much you love their nastiness, you love their weirdness, you have to really, really love it, Leo, and they have to really love it for you. And if that isn't there, then it's not worth holding on to. You need to cut it out. And if that is there, then you can patch things and stay together. Just, sorry if that was confusing, but that's how Spirit is showing it to me. For a lot of my Leos, you really are being told you need to get into investing. You really need to get into investing because there are a lot of kind of risky business. I was seeing risky business. I think that's actually a movie. I never saw it, but maybe something with that movie. There's some risky businesses here that perhaps Spirit is actually wanting you to have a go at, but Spirit is trying to get you having a passive income that is working for you, having, your income make income before you start playing chess, not checkers. So Spirit's trying to get you more financially greased up, oiled up. The Greasers. What book is that from? The Greasers. I don't know, something with that. I mean, I know there's Grease Lightning, but it's not that one. It's the one with the boys. The thing with the boy, it's the Greasers and the other boys. Anywho, Leo, you guys could be working, or you guys could be connected to a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Capricorn. You are meant to work with your hands. Your hands are very healing. There's something about your hands. What other reading? I said this. I think it was Scorpio's reading, but it could have been one of the earth signs. It could have been Capricorn. There's something about the hands being fire and water elements, like water being so healing and being able to penetrate into a person's auric field or your own to really heal and center and get things flowing and moving. So Tai Chi would be really powerful for you. And with the fire, fire is a purification. It's a disinfectant. And electricity, lightning bolts, are also fire. So there's something with your hands being able to steer electricity or bend electric currents. I'm seeing like bending bullets, whatever that Angelina Jolie movie was. Was it just Wanted or was it something else? I don't know, it's where she shoots and it like bends. Maybe there's something Leo here that, because that's impossible to bend a bullet, right? But for some of my Leos, maybe it's like you are meant to do the impossible. Maybe you are with someone or you're around people who are like, that's impossible, and you're meant to show them it's possible. Like my perfect example, you know, God has moved so many ways and so many mountains in my life, especially emotionally and spiritually. Like, I mean, I just have an entirely different brain. I used to have so much anxiety. I used to pass out from anxiety attacks. Like, I don't, none of that anymore at all. And the things that he actually shows me and the things that I hear, I'm so grateful for it, but it's because I've cultivated such a strong relationship with him. You know, and some people, they meet God because some physical blessing in their life. And sure, I've had physical blessings, but that's not really how God speaks to me. It's always in the what you can't see. But last week, I hurt my ankle. I literally saw myself fly off the trampoline, jump on the side of my ankle on rock hard tile, getting launched off doing a really intense squat jumping workout on this trampoline. And I was like, that's it. My ankle shattered. I almost puked immediately. It was like the size of football. I couldn't put any weight on it. It was horrible. I got x-rayed immediately. The doctor's like, well, I don't see any breaks, so nothing's displaced, but it also could be that there are a lot of little fractures, but the swelling and the inflammation is pushing it all together, but nothing's displaced. Anyway, after 5 days, my ankle is just like healed. And I'm like walking, I'm not using a cane. I got a medical boot, like it's a grade 3 sprain, like supposedly all the ligaments and everything were supposed to have torn, but it's not even swollen anymore. Like it was like God wanted to show me, and I was, you know, sharing this in a story the other day. I was like, you know, in the past, there would have been a version of me that's like, oh no, an ankle injury. How long is it going to be before I can ride? Like, how long is it going to be before I can squat and do, like, how long is it going to be before I can do my physical activities or even walk? Like, oh no. And that didn't happen at all. Instead, I immediately was like, what homeopathic, okay, I know arnica, but because this is different, so I ended up using Rest Tox, which worked incredibly on the inflammation. So instead, it was like a fun school science experiment, and then I had to like travel out of town and navigate all these different things, and it just gave me a really beautiful experience. And I believe that because I never bred the seed of no when this tragedy, injury happened to me, and I just didn't even acknowledge it as anything negative, God expedited the healing process and like gifted my ankle, like showed me this is the power of God. Like I can break your ankle and I can heal it in 4 days and have you walking, like seriously, it's a miracle. And I really feel like for a lot of my Leos, there's something that's going to be happening like that for you. Like God is going to move in some tremendous way, bending something where it's just like, it doesn't make sense. This can even be like you've tried so long to knock at a certain door, to open a business, knock, knock, knock. And then you do one little thing and you share like a short, and it's like a short of your pet or something, and then that goes viral, and then it's like everything else kicks off, but it's like not the thing that you're focusing on. It's like a side. It's like an aside that actually, I don't know, is like I'm hearing tipping point. I'm also hearing strike a match. Bless you.